So last time we did a couple of parks on the East River Greenway, and admittedly they were entirely underwhelming, which is really in stark contrast to how amazing the parks are on the Hudson. But anyway, we're not going to give up on the East River Greenway. Today we're going to go back and try some more. I'm not sure if the park will be any better, but if nothing else, we're down closer to Midtown, so the view should be nice. Plus, today we're going to end by a ferry stop, so we can take the ferry home. That'll be cool. If you're just finding this channel, I pick out places in New York City to go explore, and I take you with me. So let's head back to the East River Greenway. Give it another chance. Let's go. Just missed one. Out of the subway, back at Grand Central Station on 42nd Street. That's the key. So we're gonna walk over to the East River here on 42nd Street. I'm not sure if I can get to the river on 42nd Street. The map doesn't think I can, but we'll cut back up and back if we need to. See the river further down the street, but I just passed these stairs that lead up to a park, and I like parks, so let's go see what this is about. Well, it was just a playground, but it's this whole elevated area up here that leads up to one of the streets that's elevated. It's interesting. There is a park up here. Look at this. This is the kind of hidden park that I love. Cute little park, peaceful and quiet. I love it. All right, back to the original goal. First, let's do a little jaywalking here and have a look over the edge. There's a lot going on here. So that's the UN right there. 42nd Street goes right underneath us. Apparently this is called Tudor City or something like that. That's what all the names imply. Look at that gorgeous stained glass. But then you turn around and look back up 42nd Street and look at that, it's the Chrysler building. I also noticed another park right across from the park we just saw. So let's go see that. It took me a second to even place what that cab was. Did you see that? That's cool. All right, back to it. Let's go over to the East River, or see if we can get over to the East River. So the problem that we might face over here is we're gonna hit the FDR Drive. That's one thing. So we gotta be able to get under it or over it. The other problem is the entrance to the Queens Midtown Tunnel is over here too. So that does some weird traffic pattern thing. So let's see what happens. So the map was right. Not crossing here. This is the Robert Moses Playground, by the way. And that's it for walking down here, so I guess I'm going back up and down and back down. And you know, across the street here, this is called Freedom Plaza. It's not much to look at during the day, but apparently they do some big lighted up drone show sometimes at night. I'm seeing things I've never seen before in the city. Look at that, it's an electric bus charger. It's one of those things that pops down on the top of the bus, charges it up. Who knew? Map said we need to walk down to 37th to be able to get across. It doesn't look very promising down there, so we'll walk down and find out, I guess. This is interesting. So that's the ferry pier at 34th, and here's this part of the Esplanade. Let's have a wander. This is it. I mean, it really is just a slab of concrete pier at the edge of the river, but the river's nice. So much to see here. You see the Queensboro Bridge there, which goes over Roosevelt Island. We've been to Roosevelt Island. Check out that episode if you haven't seen it. All sorts of things to point out here. Now we can see the UN from this side. Back here we got that crazy building that looks like the two pieces are bent together and then there's a bridge between them. Pepsi Cola sign over in Long Island City. We've been over there. Check out that episode if you haven't seen it. So this part of the Esplanade just kind of goes and stops, and then you got to turn around and go back the other direction. And the sign on the entrance made it seem like it was closed at both ends. There's no way out up here anyway, but in the other direction I may have to walk around so I can get back to the ferry dock. In that last episode I did, I pointed out Outant Island or Belmont Island that's right across from the UN. You can see it pretty well from here. We're pretty much down right where it is. There's a little boat hanging out next to it. Looks like they might be fishing off of it. Speaking of fishing, if you look up the river a little ways, you can see the parks where we were last time, and then the end of the Esplanade that we walked on the time before that. So there's not much really to do here unless you're walking or running, but there are a lot of people walking and running. It's also not very long, so it seems like people are running back and forth. If you look back down the river there, you can see the Williamsburg Bridge. We've been there. Check out that episode if you haven't seen it. Well, that was the Esplanade. Here's the ferry. So that's it for this portion of the Greenway. I think what's gonna happen next time we come over here is we'll pick up here and keep heading south. Eventually I'm gonna make my way all the way down to Battery Park. For now though, we wait for the ferry. All right, on the ferry, and there's the Pier Park we were just on. Another ferry coming in now. I'll say it again, I love the ferry as a cheap option of sightseeing. Even if this is all you do, you can go up and down the river for $4.50. It's nice. Fantastic views also. I love the city. One stop, here we are. Different transit though today. Nice. Gracie Manor and Carl Schurz Park are right up there, and we are back up to the east side. Well, the park was okay. It's definitely always nice to be on the river, and what an amazing city. Be sure to check out all the rest of the episodes already on the channel, Up to the East Side on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. Look for new episodes every Friday. Thanks for coming with me to explore New York City. I'll see you next time.